What's up, everybody? Yogi Chris here. Everybody. IMC Nation out there in the world, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Uh, well, we're not live on Facebook right now, and all the Instagrams. Welcome. I'm talking about long view of game. We got a new guy coming from Australia. He just put his down payment in, and we got Kelvin online. He's coming here for residency first time. It's going to be extraordinary. It's not an ordinary experience. Immediately, the atmosphere of Vegas will change you when you come here with a purpose. Most guys, they travel for leisure and it leaves them drained. And especially Vegas, Sin City, guys come here for gambling, for prostitutes or strip clubs or whatever like that, drugs. Uh, what else? Shopping. Like that's it. It's here for tourism. And okay. Uh, so it also attracts a certain kind of person that capitalizes on that, that can make the systems and the structures that make money off of that. And those are sharks. Those because it's an apex landscape where there's a high level of competition. It's first world. It's in America. There's a lot of beauty, a lot of money, a lot of competition. So what was I saying? Oh, well, as soon as you step into Vegas, it's a different. It's obviously it's a desert, hot, and everything, but the hustle and bustle of it is unlike any other city. I've been to Portland, I've been to San Francisco, I've been to Los Angeles, Hollywood, San Diego, Houston, Miami, fucking Jacksonville, St. Petersburg, New York City, Chicago, DC, Baltimore. I've been in these places, walked around, felt it. Maybe not the whole city, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh. I go on St. Louis, Oklahoma City, Dallas, keep going. Vegas is different and in a very sharp way. And a lot of guys write it off. It's actually not a big city. The local population is not that much, but it's a huge flow through of population. And the structures here that's been growing and expanding on that. It's the American spirit here, but it's also the Wild West. So as soon as you get here, the atmosphere of it hits you different. Then, if you're here for a purpose, like IMC Nation, you either have your own room or like this guy from Australia, he's going to live with us, resident. The last guy who lived resident was uh, fuck Ross, tall white guy. He did a couple streams with me. He decided to stay. Didn't go back to Canada. He just was like, nah, I'm not going to take the flight back, and went around, got himself some jobs at some restaurants, and he lives here now. So this guy's coming, longtime student of AZD's, and so he's coming here for 2 weeks of residency from Australia, and immediately he's here for a purpose. He's not here as a tourist. You're not going to be distracted when you're here for IMC Nation because you're going to be pressure tested the whole way. Even though none of us are trying to pressure test you, AZD doesn't try to pressure test you, but he's got so much presence, you'll feel the pressure. You feel the pressure in around him until you align and relax, and that's what happens. The ego burns off, and then it's a whole different level of experience when you're in field with him because it's that same presence, but man, you add the pressure variable of women, beauty, social pressure, reputation, the gene wars, the sperm wars. That is happening no matter how spiritual you are, how business successful you are. Get yourself in a room with pretty girls and other guys who know how to talk to women, and you'll feel the pressure. You'll feel the leaks where money comes out and bragging and whatever. And so it's been pressure tested for a long time here. Your words won't carry as much weight as someone who's gone through the pressure chamber for a long time and honed and compressed their character. And that's what being alongside AZD does. So this guy comes from Australia. He's going to land. He's going to feel the atmosphere differently. One of the IMC guys is going to pick him up from the airport, most likely, or he's going to Uber and come here to the base. 15-minute ride from the airport. Big house. Most guys don't have a reference of stepping in a space that they can freely speak, freely think, freely walk. Now, we're not walking around naked or even in our underwear, but you don't even want to. It's out of respect for them. You have an enormous space that's yours, you and your bros. You know, when you used to like get together, play video games overnight with some friends when you were a kid? I don't know. I did that. And it's like that, but adults, you know, Prince is a lethal weapon with his elbows. I'm a wrestler, got guns. You know, nobody wants to fuck with Rick. He's enormous. Like it's a bunch of dangerous guys. AZD has the master room, but we're kids. But we have adult conversations, but not square conversations. So the language is free. This stream is done freely in the household. I'm not renting a room in a house with a bunch of other random people, or I'm not at home with the family or whatever with my woman down the room and like living with her. Sometimes my girl is in there, but it's an incredible space. As soon as you get picked up from an IMC guy, you'll feel the conversation's different. Like Kelvin's about to arrive, he'll feel the presence different. There's no pressure from the guy. The guy doesn't exert pressure on you to be anyway. It might feel like it'll be like that when you're online in class and whatever, but that's AZD teaching. You'll feel very low pressure. So what's the pressure chamber? Because well, here's what happens. When you feel no pressure, you be more yourself. When you be yourself, you act a fool. Pressure reveals the character. Yeah, it reveals. It's different than give form. It's similar, gives form to the visual of the character, but it doesn't form the character. It reveals the character. The decisions one makes inside forms the character. And though a lot of those decisions, most of them were made much younger when you weren't conscious of what decisions you made. But then now guys don't have a pressure chamber or a master circle or any kind of chamber of peers that are wise to this fact that can reflect it back to you in some way, that you get real feedback. You're always getting feedback from the world, but we're blind to it, just like we're blind to our own character flaws. Over time, you may learn a thing or two, but you'll also have more blind spots. Like you'll accumulate more muck in the dark corners of your inner awareness. And at the end of the day, when you've mastered yourself, it really boils back down to women. Because at the end of the day, you've mastered yourself, you've got the greatest career, make money exactly how you want to, support your family, everybody's safe, fucking A, all the luxuries, everything. You're still going to want to find woman. Maybe find women. And people are delusional. I'm talking to this guy. He's role modeling after this guy because he's a Christian or whatever. He's using that excuse. It's just a lame shield, the way he's using it. He's got this hideous wife that she may be loyal. That's great. She's ugly. Can't you raise your standards, right, Hunter? Hunter, come to the live. Bro, give me that Chris. We've been talking for like, seems like millennia. Get on the Zoom, bro. Get on the Zoom. Hunter, give me that Chris. Give me that Chris, the Zoom link. It's in the Telegram group, bro. We got a dialogue, bros. So immediately Kelvin will arrive at the base after great conversation or space or whatever with whatever IMC guy picks him up, and then he'll get out and get in the base. Beep, 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 beep. Open the door. Kelvin, he'll announce himself. Kelvin, somebody will shout back. Rick will probably pick him up. Rick will shout back because that's how we announce ourselves in the base. And freedom. It'll be, oh. And then you'll see. Now, it happens the longer you stay. So 3 days is not enough. But 3 days, you'll feel freedom in your expression. Like if Chris came and blow his fucking mind. If Hunter came here, he'd cry. Hunter would cry. But then you'd be liberated because you got to do that at some point around guys. That'll happen. But from a place of strength. And when the soul, the witness, the seer in you, the real you comes back to himself, even for a glimpse, that's tears of strength, bro. That's just knowing that you've been controlled all your life by bullshit people and entities that have formed your character through your own consent and decisions that, had you been aware and strong enough to make a decision otherwise, you probably would have decided otherwise, most of those. That's why most guys, if they were super powerful and super influential, would get a lot of women. But all the guys with all the money and all the business and all the clout and everything still suck with women. Put them around, that's what I'm saying, put them around women and they fidget and they flinch and they run out of things to say. They're trying to do shit and they can't observe what is and then interact with her from there, which is beast. It's AZD's system. How to do that, you get tons and tons of blockages, tons and tons of misdirections in your own mind. But that's AZD's mental master. When your mind gets out of your way, then what's remaining? What remains? You. And then you can have a real relationship. Guys don't have real relationships because they're not real. They're fake. That's why they don't last. That should be the clue. The guy that gets a fine woman, which is 1 in 1,000, maybe, can't keep her. So I would look at that. That's the guy that's like admiring that other guy for his loyalty of his wife. AZD's woman's been with him 20 years. My woman's been hella tested. I don't know if she's going to be with me 20 years, but if anybody would, I would think it'd be her level of commitment. I mean, shit, 7.5 years, tattooed everywhere, totally under me. So anything can change, but what do you want me to jinx it? Like, this is real. I don't know anybody with a 7-year relationship that's dominant over the woman and freely gets with other women. And it's not like I'm indiscriminate getting with little sluts and whores and shit. It's just the way I am. And so she's with me. And who did I learn that from? How did I learn how to be this way? Well, I've always been this way. I learned to get out of my own way, man, to stop living through. See, I tried to word it in a way that's not a not. Like I didn't learn to not do that. What did I learn to do? To be real. I learned to be real and to confront danger, to confront beauty, to confront suppose like my own mind really when it's throwing up like I'm feeling the danger or threat in a social situation that has no real danger or risk or threat to me. It's just your mind. And then, but you react. You'll get anxious or panic or fidget or say something stupid to try to alleviate the pressure. That's a leak in AZD's nervous system methods. He has ways of plugging that. It's the change is real. And the change doesn't happen otherwise. That's what I'm saying. The guys with the business and the money, enough of them come out with us. It's undeniable. I've been around for years. I've seen hundreds of guys do this, let alone the thousands of guys I've seen out in the world and the 10,000 guys I've communicated with online. Plus my own life experience. I'm 39. I've been around. I've been around. So yeah, that seems to be that nobody's got it. Nobody seems to be able to keep a fine woman for a long time, except AZD. The closest would be a woman in and out of orbit that also gets with other guys. And I've seen that for like 30 years with somebody, but if that's second place, nah, not even close. So that's what these accounts are. These are AZD Clips accounts. So I know guys are joining live. They're, don't know what this is. I'm Yogi Chris. I'm captain of IMC Nation. There's two captains. I'm one of the captains. I live here in Las Vegas. This is the home base, the hub of IMC Nation. IMC Nation is founded by AZD, Arash Thapar. Many people know him as Spider, AZD Spider. And his accounts are all over. They get deleted all the time also. So we mostly have professional accounts with a bunch of clips from his podcasts and classes and shit. The publicly acceptable clips because he's apex player of Earth. So he's got 10 girlfriends and he's had them for a long time. And he's got a bunch of other girls also. So a lot of the things that he'll talk about in his Zoom calls are personal. They're personal information. So nothing of that goes out into the social media. So everybody's missing really the juicy content that would blow your mind. He's a tattooed guy that speaks powerful and super charismatic. But if you don't have the eye to see, then it just seems like that. But if you saw how women are around, especially fine women, over and over, I've been out with them hundreds of times. I've been around them for years. It's consistent. Like there's no inconsistency. It's perfect. It's an evolution. That's the thing. He's evolving as a guy. He's a real guy that just gets better and better. Tightens up his ethics, gets more creative. It's amazing. It's amazing. And so we all get that ability. It lights a fire in us and awakens in us. It's organic. How he is so organic around. And the beautiful women is the pressure test because that's where every guy will fidget and freeze. He'll be a deer in the headlights. He'll leak drugs, money, drive my car. Let's go to an expensive. I'll buy you this. I have this party going on. Like he'll just leak 1,000 ways, not in a way that's, what would you call it? Like inconsequential. It's one thing to invite her for a ride when it comes up. I've invited a girl for a Camaro ride in my convertible, but it wasn't like I was trying to get her through that. It was we had rapport, and she asked me what I like to do, and I top down this and that. Oh, she was really into it. It was like sometime we should do that. You want, So it's a totally different context for riding my car. And it's just a Camaro. I'm in Vegas, bro. There's expensive cars everywhere. So and the Camaro has a beat up bumper. It's older, like whatever, It's a character. I'm a character. AZD teaches, and he's got reality. 10 girlfriends is no joke. That's apex of Earth. You know what I'm saying? You don't know anybody with 10 girls. You don't know anybody with 2 girlfriends that are fine. You might look on the internet with somebody with like hashtag poly's got 2 hideous girlfriends. It's nothing. That's nothing. I've had 5 that were finer than most of those poly guys. But standards go up, movement goes. I'm married to the game. So still have one and building. And you just keep watching. Hunter, what's up, man? You want to go live? Let's talk. Is Chris still on? I don't know who's on this Instagram. Hunter, let's talk. Kelvin, what do you think about all that? Guys, let's invite participation. That's the end of my spiel. I'm surprised.
I'll work right now.
Oh.
But
what do you do, bro?
Right now, I am in material, like shit like this.
Yeah.
Other stuff all the time.
What's up?
I was like, I'm kind of pumped. A little bit of anxiety through there.
You can speak loud and clear because the background noise is a lot.
I'm just gonna speak. It's excited. And just going over there and learning. Like I see this in, of course, the city.
Yeah.
Gambling doesn't really stay interest that much. Like I've $500 on the casino, is like so whatever. Like the casino's 80 times that times 2, you know. And so me going to and actually going to learn something, to be part of brotherhood, I'm kind of pumped for that. And it's something that I like.
Right on. I think I got the message. Looking forward to the brotherhood. Gambling's not a big deal. Gambling's, bro, I haven't even looked twice at it. But I also lost a lot of money in my early 20s, like gambling in Indian casinos in Oklahoma. So I got that, bent out of me a little bit. But it's not a problem. I also have gambled here. It's just not a distraction. Like, you'll be here for a purpose. You'll see. As soon as the IMC guy picks you up, you'll feel the purpose line. And then when you're here, it's just going to be freeing. You're going to drop a lot of tension. Your voice is going to change. It's going to come out of you. And especially when you go out, it's just an observation, bro, because it's Vegas, man. It's a top club. Hunter, you're messaging me. All right, Hunter, you messaged me, so just come to the Zoom. It's really untold what's going to happen. It's going to be so much for Kelvin because it's unpredictable. The weight will be lifted, and the character, the part of him that comes out, part of you that comes out, Kelvin, is you'll be familiar with it because it will be you. But there's just a lot of conditioning and worries and stress and strife. Just that's why people go on vacation, is because it's a lot to do with your environment. So that's part of it. But that's where the aligning comes in, because otherwise you're aimless when you go on vacation. Even if you have purpose, agenda, this and that, sightseeing. I mean, you'll go back better if you do that because there's purpose. But it's still, how purposeful is it for your life? And this is so aligned with the life's purpose because these are for philosophers. IMC Nation Vegas is for a warrior philosopher that is a poet also. It's beautiful. And because all areas of your life are impacted when your character is more aligned, your communication is more present, witty, sharp, when you're sovereign, so you're not reacting to things. A reactive nervous system is just a liability. So if there are pressures in the environment or in life that can move you off center, it's just a liability for any structure you build, any family, any business, anything like that. It's the most important investment is in your character. If you're an ambitious man, you're going to have anything going. And even the family man is ambitious. Like, it's ambitious to make a family in today's world. Like, unless you're in the bush, all the forces are against you staying together and the family staying together, like you having choice over your kids and how they're raised and everything. Like, it's hard. Fatherhood, motherhood, those are the most important jobs. But everybody's chasing the money, and then they think marriage will just fall into place like their parents, never, ever looking at the condition, the real condition of their parents. And that's not a given. It doesn't have to be that way. But man, it takes a lot of responsibility to change your patterns. It's painful. Shit, where are you even going to learn how to do it? Everybody that even thinks they took the red pill thinks they'll fix themselves like that. Good luck. Look around. Even if 1% of the population made that decision, that's like 100 million people on Earth. and nobody seems to be succeeding with relationships yet. So that's still not enough. What are the magic ingredients that made AZD solve it? Well, go come to class, really, because you could go and study whatever sources are available. Some of them are dead. Learn from the teacher. That's the value of a teacher. Accelerates your change. He's a change worker, right? Okay, bros. I'm gonna have to go in a second unless there's conversation. Sean, what's up? How long you been watching AZD for? What's going on, everybody? Kelvin, if you got anything else, otherwise we're gonna wrap it. Give you guys a second to reply. Long view of game. That's what I titled this, and the pressure test of your character, revealing the character, and then working on your character. And to work on your character, you have to be connected with reality. Otherwise, you're just working in mental space, just mental masturbation. Character has to be grounded in reality. And what's going to ground you in reality other than fighting and fucking? Fighting and fucking is the end of the day. War and the mating game. And if you're not going to war and you're not fighting somebody right now, you're in the game, man. You're out in the world. So your character is what's getting you your results with women. What's up, Sean? It is. It is. And so the man who sees that sees the long view of game. It's not shortcuts. It's not how to approach. It's not say this. It's not do that. It's what your character is. And if you don't have a tribe, well, that's also the result of your character. Now, you're at a disadvantage because there's no tribes around you except IMC Nation. Good luck. Go join any of those tribes. Curse yourself to that destiny. Look at the leader. You can't shortcut it, guys. If you're not on the program, you got to get on the program. If you're on the program, you got to come in person. If you're coming in person, congratulations. You're about to contact reality for real. And then you'll be faced with a decision like Ross was. All right, everybody. Sean, let's talk. Let's talk, bro. All right. Going once, going twice. All right, everybody. Be the best. Fuck the rest. IMC Nation, come to guest class tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific, AZD University. It's going to be sick. Peace. Brother, what did you think of that stream I just did? Did anything land with you? Guilt to the all-seeing eye of the Brother, AZD denied all late entry today. It was a very deep class. So hopefully you can make it tomorrow before class time. What do you think about that? Portland, I've been to San Francisco, I've been to Los Angeles, Hollywood, San Diego, Houston, Miami, fucking Jacksonville, St. Petersburg, New York City, Chicago, DC, Baltimore. I've been in these places, walked around, felt it. Maybe not the whole city, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh. I could go on, St. Louis, Oklahoma City, Dallas. Tall white guy. He did a couple streams with me. He decided to stay. Didn't go back to Canada. He just was like, nah, I'm not going to take the flight back. And went around, got himself some jobs at some restaurants, and he lives here now. So this guy's coming, longtime student of AZD. So he's coming here for 2 weeks on just with decisions to make. But then now guys don't have a pressure chamber or a master's circle or any kind of chamber of peers that are wise to this fact, that can reflect it back to you in some way, that you get real feedback. You're always getting feedback from the world, but we're blind to it, just like we're blind to our own character flaws. Portland, I've been to San Francisco, and people are delusional. I'm talking to this guy. He's role modeling after this guy because he's a Christian or whatever. He's using that excuse. It's just a lame shield, the way he's using it. He's got this hideous wife that she may be loyal. That's great. But she's ugly. Can't you raise your standards, right, Hunter? Hunter, come to the live. Bro, give me that Chris. You've been talking for it's like IMC Nation. You either have your own room or like this guy from Australia, he's going to live with us, resident. The last guy who lived resident was Ross, tall white guy. He did a couple streams with me. He decided to stay. Didn't go back to Canada. He just was like, nah, I'm not going to take the flight back. And went around, got himself some jobs at some restaurants, and he lives here now. So this guy's coming, longtime student of AZD. So he's coming here for 2 weeks of residency from Australia. And immediately he's here for a purpose. He's not here as a tourist. You're not going to be distracted when you're here for IMC Nation because you're going to be pressure tested. It's like IMC Nation. You either have your own room or like this guy from Australia, he's going to live with us, resident. The last guy who was resident was Ross, tall white guy. He did a couple streams with me. He decided to stay. Didn't go back to Canada. It's like IMC Nation. You either have your own room or like this guy from Australia, he's going to live with us, resident. The last guy who lived resident, it's like IMC Nation. You either have your own room or like this guy from Australia, he's going to live with us, resident. The last guy who lived resident was uh, uh, Ross. Oh shit, this has been going live the whole time. Now, same with this one. Ha.